Hey guys, welcome to episode 9, y'all. Okay, so I am smiling right now because let me just give you guys a little insight, a little behind the scenes of how I record my episodes. So I record the body of the episode first, and then I come back and do the intro and the outro. And I'm smiling because I'm just grateful for how God uses um, these audio series these audio series episodes to speak to me and hopefully to speak to you. And so I'm really excited about this episode. In this episode, we talk. Hold on, let me go back real quick. How are y'all doing? How's y'all week? How has y'all life been going? Like, it's been a little while, okay? It has been a little while since I released another episode. And so I know. Um, listen, Linda. I can't even give y'all an excuse. It's just the way my life is set up. That's why I didn't want to name it or call it a podcast, because with podcasting, you have to be a little bit more consistent on, certain days and whatever else. But I just wanted to be able to come on here and talk to you guys sporadically. And that's what I have been doing. And so I appreciate you for rocking with me up until this point. But I'm really excited about episode 9 because in this episode, we talk about sorting and shifting and releasing parts of us, that we can't take into our next season, releasing things that just don't serve us in our next season. And so it gets really good. This is actually a longer episode than most of the episodes on the series. So you guys know that Spirit was just flowing through me. And I'm so grateful for it because it is exactly what I needed to hear on today. And hopefully, if you're listening to it, it is exactly what you need to hear on today. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and dive into it. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, my prayer is that this message, this episode speaks to you the way that it spoke to me. So let's go on and get into it. I'm in a season of sifting and sorting, and you might hear me say that a few times because that's the season I'm in right now. And really like shedding and identifying what's been working for me, what hasn't been working for me, who contributes to my life, and in a positive way versus who I believe Spirit, the Creator, is like removing from my life. And of course, when it's time to let certain things go, it's not always the easiest thing to do. And so when you have to, when Spirit says, well, yeah, this particular relationship, this particular friendship, this particular job, this particular thing, whatever, this particular habit, whatever it is, when it's time to let it go, if it's something that you've loved and you've cherished and you've just created this, I hate to say attachment to, because sometimes we are attached. When it's time to let those things go, it's not always the easiest thing. And that's the season that I'm in. I believe I am, or I know that God is separating me to some degree and really causing me to hone in and focus on what's ahead of me and what's in front of me and the things that I'm trying to do or the things that I am doing. And yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. Recently started a new assignment at work which has been, girl, it has been a interesting ride so far. Just dealing with patients in oncology and patients that are fighting with cancer every day. It has really put my mind in a different perspective. Like, it has just shifted the way that I view life. Seeing these people come in every single day fighting for their lives so that they can have a little bit more time. It really puts you in a space of, well, what are you doing with your time, right? The time that you have, that you're healthy and that you're well, and that you have some of the things that these people are fighting for. It just puts things into a different perspective for me. So, yeah, it's been very interesting working with cancer patients and just experiencing that energy every single day, watching these patients come in and fight for their lives. And so with that has come just me being in the mindset of, inshallah, you guys know, inshallah, everything in God's will, and allowing God, the creator, to do whatever it is that she, the being, deems necessary to do in my life. And sometimes when we submit, when we submit to spirit, it's not always the easiest things because the easiest thing, because the things that we want to hold on to and the things that we want to continue doing, the things that feel comfortable for us, the things that when we think about how our lives was supposed to go based on not our divine purpose, but based on what we wanted our lives to look like, and what we wanted our lives to be, spirit may have a completely different agenda for us, right? And I've noticed that a lot of the I'm grateful because a lot of the things that I've wanted to hold on to, that I've had to let go, the people, the places, the habits, the things. There was once a time where I did not think, like, it was so hard for me to let those things go. And I was like, I don't know how it's even going to be possible for me. Like, how am I supposed to do this? This is my comfort zone. This is what I love. This is the, you know, my friend. This is, these are things that I enjoy doing, that kind of thing. And in the process of letting go, it has been really, really difficult. And that's kind of what's been happening with me in the sifting and sorting, just, really being grateful for the people, places, and things that were in my life in the seasons that I needed them to be. And then realizing that not everybody and everything and every habit and every, whatever can go into my next season with me. And yeah, I have had to pray like profusely, like seriously, up at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, because it's just hard to walk away or to watch the creator kind of sift and sort through your life and start, not necessarily removing, but separating you from the things that are no longer serving you, the things that are no longer serving me. And grateful for them nonetheless, but it's not easy necessarily, being separated from them. And so I am able to even talk about it today without like getting super emotional and crying and, all of that, because Spirit has really done a thing in my life to where I am okay. I am okay with whatever the Creator deems necessary for me to part and separate with, because I know that I am being prepared, not necessarily, yes, prepared, but I'm coming into a new season of my life and I feel it. I can taste it. Like I already know that in the next year, my life is going to be so much more amazing than it is. And I'm not going to be able to have certain distractions and run my businesses and, do the things that I have been called to do. And so, you know, I'm okay. I am okay with being separated from those things. And I'm grateful to be able to say that, because when we release when we relinquish the control, when we release the resistance, right? Of wanting a thing, and playing tug of war. I feel like sometimes we play tug of war with God, with the creator, with the universe. And, spirit is pulling on one side and it's like, you are coming into a new season. Like some of the things, the old habits, the version of you that you are and were, you cannot be that version of you stepping into your new season while I am on the other end, pulling the other side of the rope. Like, but wait, I want to stay over here. I want to do, the things that I have been doing and continue to have the conversations with people that I have been having. And, just continue the habits that make me feel good in the moment or whatever it is. But I also want to be in that new season. Like I also want to receive what it is that God is getting ready to pour into my life, and that God is already pouring into my life, but also want all of the blessings that come with the new season, right? But holding on to all of the things that I have to shed. And girl, sis, bro, whoever's listening to this episode, like, it's impossible. It's just impossible. It really is impossible to hold on to the things that no longer serve us and to the versions of us that we are to step into that new season. Sometimes we have to. It's not an option for us to become who our new season needs us to become, as far as, just our daily habits, thought processes, our environment, the things that we do. Y'all hear Bella in the background? She's so ready to be let out. But, I'll let her out after this episode. But just, ready to, but just become, we have to become who our new season requires us to become. We can't have the same low level conversations that we've been having in our new season. It's a distraction. It will not, it just won't pan out good for us, because we'll step into the new season because God is going, it's very possible for God to take us to where he's going to take us, and us ruin it for ourselves because wanting to be and do the same things, right? And so yeah, that's just the season that I've been in. So really just analyzing my environment. And let me tell you that it is not something that I am doing. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to stop talking to this person. I'm going to, stop doing this. I'm going to, like, some of the things are decisions, but decisions that are, I dare to say subconscious, but more so things that spirit is naturally just allowing to leave and separate from me. Whether it be friendships, relationships, shoot, even before starting this new assignment, like job opportunities and just things that no longer served me or serves me Spirit is really like, okay, if you want to step into your new, if you want to step into your next, then you got to let me do what I do, And so that's one thing I've been just like expressing to God. That's been me and Spirit's like, our zhuzh, our thing. I've been like, God, just do what you do, just do what you do. Let God do what God does. And just be the observer in your life as these things start to unfold and start to take place. And the things that I have not been understanding, the things that I have been feeling some type of way about, I have truly been in my mind just saying, you know what? All right, God, like if this is if this is in your will to happen, because if it wasn't in your will to happen, it would not have happened, period, right? Because I do not believe in coincidences. I do not believe in irony. And so if it happened, it's because it was in your will for it to happen. And I don't understand it and I don't like it. And I need you to like help me understand it and help me get through it. And even if you're not going to help me understand it in the moment, because sometimes there's certain things that God does in the moment that we don't necessarily understand, right? And we won't understand right now, but we may understand it in due time. And so my prayer is, God, if you can't make me understand it right now, at least give me whatever it is that I need, whether it's the strength, the just the, I don't know, whatever I need to be able to get through this thing, to be able to handle it and manage it a little bit better outside of my emotions, then help me do that. And I've noticed that that's exactly what God has been doing. And I just want to say that there is absolutely nothing wrong with being emotional and processing the feelings that you feel when, you're being separated or shifting from the old, the current version of you or the old version of you. Feeling those feelings are so important. Like, I don't like this. I don't like how this feels. It does not feel comfortable to me. It does not feel like something that I am accustomed to. It feels very strange, very, right? It just doesn't feel good. And that's okay, because that's the kind of relationship that I believe and I know that we need to have with Spirit and the Creator. Like, I don't like what you're doing right now, and I probably don't like it because I don't understand it, but I trust, right? I trust in that if this is in your will, I trust you to do whatever it is that you need to do. And that kind of approach when it comes to like stepping into your new is so empowering and so beneficial, because it strengthens your trust bone with Spirit, right? It allows us to realize that really and truly we don't have control over none of this. None of it. Okay? None of it. All right. And so that's part of the resistance that we bring into our lives, because we really truly think we have some level of control over this. And we start to try to like move pieces of the puzzle around to fit the idea that we want it to look like. And Spirit is like, I see that. Like, that's cute how you did that over there. And I know that those are the things that you think you want right now. But what I also know, now this is Spirit talking, right? And what I also know is what you truly want, right? And it may not even be those people, those places, those things, but very well be the feeling. It's the feeling that you want. And I want to give you the feelings that you want, but also give you the people, places, and things that contribute to that feeling, that are that belong, that belong in your life, versus the people, places, and things that you try to make into what you want it to be, and they're never going to be, right? And so I think about this thing that I've been writing on my mirror. I went to the dollar store and I bought some dry erase markers. If you're gonna do this, try make sure it's dry erase markers, because them permanent markers, I can't promise you they're gonna come off the mirror, off the glass. But I have been writing down some of the things that I want to focus on my mirror in my bathroom, because I know I go into my bathroom every single day, and there's just certain mantras, certain affirmations, certain things that I'm manifesting into my life that I need to stay focused on. Um, and to be reminded that those things are coming into my life. Like, despite what it may feel like, look like, whatever right now, there's certain things that I'm working towards manifesting into my life. And so I just got a bunch of different color, what you call these things, dry erase markers, and I wrote, just wrote a bunch of different stuff on my mirror in my bathroom. And one of the things that I wrote, one of the mantras or the quotations or whatever we want to call it, that I wrote on my mirror, was that rejection is simply redirection in whatever shape or form, like whether it's a job, a friendship, a romantic relationship, whatever it is, the car that you wanted, the whatever it is that's not easily flowing into your life. And let me just say, not everything is going to be easy, right? Okay, let's start there. don't 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 fall for the hype, right? Don't believe the hype that everything, once you start growing and transforming and evolving and coming into the best and highest version of you, don't for a second believe that everything is going to be all roses and peace and love and joy. And no, because this process of evolving, this process of coming into the highest version of you, causes you to let go of parts of you that you've known your whole life. So none of it is easy. Okay, so I just wanted to say that. But coming back to what I was saying, rejection is simply redirection. And so, God, if it's not in your will for me to have it right now, right? Okay, there's something else that I need to, either it's not for me right now, and there's something else that I need to gain in the process, right, of obtaining whatever it is that I want to obtain. And so if this is not in your will for me to have in this moment, I realize that it is simply a redirection versus it being a just versus it being rejection. Because sometimes when we get rejected, we feel like, well, what is wrong with us? Like, why can't I get what it is that I truly want? What is wrong with me? Why, the friendship, the man, the job, the car, the credit, whatever it is, I don't know. I'm just naming things, but whatever it is, what is wrong with me that I can't get what it is that I truly want? And let me just say that there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with me. We are simply being redirected to something better than what it is that we think we want, what it is that we think we need. And so when we say inshallah, right? When we say everything in God's will, that's what that means. Like, everything in your will. And so I realized, like, okay, well, if I'm being rejected from this thing right now, inshallah, everything in God's will, and this is not what Spirit wants for me right now. I'm okay with that. Moving right along, right? Because I am being prepared for my next, for my best, for my highest, for my better, And so, yes, guys. So that was a mouthful, okay? I'm telling you, these episodes are not, I don't write a thing down when it comes to these episodes. I come on here and I pour out to you guys. And I'm so grateful because one thing that I do is I meditate before I come on. And I'm grateful because Spirit pours into me the things that I need to know and remember. And I know and believe that if you are listening to this episode, if you have come in contact with this episode for whatever reason, then this was something that you also needed to hear. And I'm grateful to be the vehicle that Spirit uses to be able to deliver to you some of the things that, will help you on your journey and the things that you need to hear. So that's it, guys. I love you guys. Thank you guys for, let me tell y'all, thank you. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me up until episode 9. Next episode is episode 10, which is our last episode for the audio series. But you guys know that I always have something, something brewing, something going on, something I'm working on, something always. So I love you guys, and I will see you on the next episode. All right, guys. So that was episode 9. What y'all think? Y'all know I always want to know what y'all think about the episode. I absolutely, I feel like Spirit definitely spoke. Spirit speaks in all of the episodes, but Spirit definitely spoke in this episode. And I hope that you guys were able to resonate with just the process of sorting and shifting, and really tuning in and feeling your emotions through the process of that sorting and shifting. And just I spoke a little bit about my relationship with Spirit and how I talk to God sometimes, and how I don't always like the decisions that God makes for me in my life, but how just how I go about dealing with it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Your girl is working on so many new ventures. This be the thing, y'all. Okay, let me tell you, I'm going to complete the series, and I'm really excited about it because when I started, I didn't know it was going to be 10 episodes. And so I decided that it was going to be 10 episodes. And I'm being consistent in the fact that I am going to give y'all the 10 episodes that I said I was going to give y'all, okay? But I'm working on so many just new projects and new things. And there is a season of new happening in my life right now that I'm really excited about. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And let me know in the comments what you thought, how you felt about it. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing week or weekend. And I will see you guys and talk to you guys on the next episode. Bye, guys.